Welcome back to HARBRO Freight Quality Videos, Lowest Prices, and today we have just a few reminders of what the best deals are, and we're going to jump into the price history of these deals just to verify that they actually are good deals, because every once in a while, it doesn't matter who you are, Harbor Freight, Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, they'll try to pull some fast ones on you by raising prices. So anyways, if you find this useful or helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So first, we have this Pittsburgh 2-ton low-profile aluminum racing floor jack with rapid pump for $150. I like it. I like the price. I like the percentage off. We're at 25% off. But let's go ahead and verify. So here, Hazard Fraud. Link to this website will be in the description. It tracks mostly everything. It's not a perfect site, but it does give you a good idea if there's some things that you want to double check. Anyways, here we have that this went up in price to $200 back in May of this year. So it has seen a recent price increase. It was at $185 for a while, and it went up to $200. So decent increase. But our current price has us at $150, and it shows that coupon here. And it does show that recently it's been down to $140 back in March of this year and then Black Friday last year. Other than that, the $150 is pretty good, low price that it normally goes to. And then once in an age bygones ago, it was down to $125 for an ITC coupon. That was back in 2021. So $150 is a good deal, but it's not the best deal. Next, Central Machinery 20-ton H-frame floor shop press for $200. Normally $250. Same thing, $50 off. We're at exactly 20% off. So looking at the tracker, looks like the price hasn't changed in a while. Went up in price in 2024. Back in March 2024, came out at $200. So it has gone up in price, but it stayed there for the last year and a half. And the prices, when this does go on sale, which looks relatively often, all at the $199.99. So that's confirmed. Best price. Next, this one for sure caught my eye. The Maddox ball joint service kit with for two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles for $45, 50% off. That's hard to miss, especially since we know that Maddox also does maybe once or twice a year, they'll do a 40% off all Maddox. So seeing this 50% off of this, I mean, probably don't need to verify. It seems like a great deal, but let's go ahead and verify it anyways. So looks like this has gone up in price recently to $90. It says as of June of this year, was down to $85 regular price in February, but looks like it's been consistently $90 over the last couple years. Multiple sales, but what we want to know is this latest ITC coupon. And as you can tell, it's only been at this price twice. And this is the lowest amount back in August of last year, and here we are August of this year, $45. So this is confirmed. Best price for this Maddox two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive vehicles, $45, 50% off, even better than the 40% off deals that the tracker doesn't track. So excellent price on this Maddox ball joint service kit. We keep going. The Pittsburgh 2.5-ton low-profile aluminum racing floor jack with rapid pump for $180, $50 off. It looks like there was a price increase in May of this year to $229. Was it $220? So about $10 increase, and our deal is at $180 right now. And it looks like back in February it was down to $170. So it has been lower. And then again, at a time bygones ago, there was a $140 back in 2021. But that's long enough ago that that's somewhat irrelevant, but still $180 compared to $170 in recent price history. Good to know. Next, the Pittsburgh 1-pound neon orange dead blow hammer for $4, also showing 50% off. So again, seems like an incredible deal. And this one is an incredible deal. The lowest price that this one has been, it doesn't look like there's been a coupon for it. Maybe there has, but according to this, there isn't. Regular price was down to $539 back in 2021. Price is at $7. Decreased recently, but $399 is the lowest it's ever been. So the time to pick up one of these classic dead blow hammers is now, as part of, if you're part of ITC, 50% off. We keep going. The Hallmaster 10 cubic foot max trailer cart for $110. $40 off. Again, looking like a great deal. And it does look like this went up in price in April up to $150. So at least that's accurate. Unfortunate, but accurate. Went up from $140. And its current deal is at $109, basically $110 for this ITC deal. And it's only been lower in price once before, back in April, where it was $100 even. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Not the best price, about $10 off of the best price. Still a decent deal. And then we have these Daytona 22-ton heavy-duty jack stands with locking pin for $150, $70 off. And quick math, that's about 30-ish% off. So seems like an excellent deal. But let's look at the price history. We got $220, went up in price back in May. Looks like it was at $210 for a while since 2024 of last year, but the discount remains the best. It's a $150 ITC coupon, lowest it's been, and there have been a few sales over the last year-ish, but at least it's good to see that this is the lowest price. So definitely a good time to pick these up if you're in the need. Next, Icon extended reach ratcheting serpentine belt toolkit for $50, showing 28% off, down from a great price of $69.99. But looking at the price history, looks like, oh, well, it went up in price April of 2024, so a while ago. It stayed consistent, and the deals have as well from August of last year to August of this year, maintaining the lowest price when it goes on sale, or when there is a coupon at $50. So again, good get there. And we continue, more Icon aluminum bearing and seal driver set, 16-piece for $90, showing $40 off. Again, that's roughly close to 30% off, so seems like an excellent deal. But let's verify. We have price increase in 2024, that's fine, from $120 to about $10 difference from where it was at. And then the deals, newest ITC coupon, of course, $89.99. And compared to the previous deals, that's as low as it's gone. So again, confirmed, even though, well, within the last year it went up, still the lowest price that it's been at in Harbor Freight tracker history. Keep going. Pittsburgh panel trim removal set, 6-piece for $12.99, 40% off. So again, seems like an excellent deal. $12.99, 40% off, normally $22. And looks like this hasn't changed since 2021, which is good to see. The regular price and its ITC deals, $13. Look like that's happened once before, August of last year, and then once before that back in 2021. It has been lower back in May 2021 at $12, but that was again a time gone by. Still a great deal. And so the next ones, this is just a reminder, we have 30% off going on over the weekend on all items, $20 and under. And if you're non-ITC, it's 30% off all items, $10 and under. Limit 5, let me know your feedback on what you've been getting for the limit 5, if it's limit 5 per stock item, or if it's a total limit 5, or if you're not seeing any limits at all. In my experience, it's been no one sees any limit at all, but I keep hearing chatter that there might be some more enforcement at the stores. But let me know how it's going for you. Anyways, the ones that always make the most sense when these 30% off come out are the instant savings. Instant savings, or other things that you're using often, cleaners, lubricators, whatever it be. So here we have the Hallmaster 1,000-pound capacity 1.5-inch by 10-foot ratcheting tie-down straps 4-pack, showing the instant savings at $20, already 25% off, but you're going to get 30% off since it's $20 and under. So you'll get this for $6 extra off. You get these for $14, $14. And let's just do a quick check. Lowest here on the side says the lowest it's been is $16. So at $14, you're going to get it lower than the price history. So that's a great get. Here we have the Pittsburgh metric ratcheting combination wrench set. Same thing, $19.99. Get this for an extra $6 off at the 30% off. Get it for $14. And again, we'll do a quick check here. Lowest it's been is $19. So you're getting it for an extra $5 cheaper than that, an extra 25% off. So steal of a deal on the metric. And then same thing for the SAE at $20. Get the $6 off, get it for $14. Lowest it's been is the 19 bucks. So already showing a great deal. Price as is, but even better with the 30% off coupon. So those are like must gets. And then here we have the metal 50 caliber ammo can for 12 bucks. Save $3.60. So you're getting this for just under $9. And we'll do again a quick check. These are all showing lowest price of $9.96, but you're getting it for less than $9. So great deal there. The butane micro torch at 12 bucks. Same thing, get $3.60 off. Get it for under $9, and looks like the lowest price. Okay, this is under $9, but I think you're saving a few extra cents. So again, best price for this butane torch. Then we have the Pittsburgh 10 millimeters metric essential sockets at 10 piece at $12. Same thing, save $3.60 with a 30% off. And actually, this one of all of them does have this crazy. Does anybody remember this deal? Back in January of 2024, it was down to $4.99. So we're not getting back to that price. We're about $8. But outside of this price, lower than what it's been. Then we have the Icon heavy duty commercial truck U-joint puller for 85 bucks, normally $110. And this doesn't have too much history. Looks like it went up in price in 2024 to 110, was originally out at 100 bucks. Regular coupon last year in July for $85, and showing that there was an ITC coupon in February of this year for $89, but we are at the $85, which is the lowest price that it's been at. So great deal there. And then last but not least, we have this brand new Hercules 9 amp variable speed surface conditioning tool, listed normally for $140, down to $99.99. So $40 savings, close to 30% off. And this table may be harder to read, maybe more simple, but one price for when it came out, February, $140, that hasn't changed. And one coupon for right now, it being out. Well, actually, this says back in July 12th, so $99.99. And that's the price we have right now for this super coupon. Anyways, I hope you find this interesting and helpful. Being able to see some of the prices on some of these deals, that they actually are the best deals, regardless of some going up in price or not. And then there's those sneaky ones that are not the best price and they have gone up in sale. But though, again, the website I'll list in the description so you can use at your leisure to make sure you're also tracking down the best deals. And I'll leave it at that. Happy Harbor Freighting. Let me know what you've gotten so far for the 30% off weekend. Remember, we got the parking lot sale coming up in just over a week, starting August 11th. If you find this useful, please consider liking and or subscribing. And as soon as I have some more deals, I will send them your way.